I'm very good.
Yeah?
How are you?
Excellent. I know you're wearing two hats, so maybe we start with the wonderful watches in front of us.
Yeah.
And before switching to the next brand.
Yeah,
If that's
good.
okay with you.
Yeah, that's good.
So Girard-Perregaux, I love this celestial. What is it called?
Cosmos.
Cosmos. Absolutely cool. You know, I love the fact that you've got a star time, but in a globe format, and terrestrial time in an Earth format as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's an amazing product. I mean, this one is actually, it's a project that started quite a while ago, I mean, at Girard-Perregaux, but it comes on the back of the success we had with the different planetarium that we've been releasing over the last couple of years. And for us, it's a very interesting project because I think it encapsulates a lot of the history of the brand on one hand, and on the other hand, it's with the new movement. Also, there is I'm going to talk about the detail, but I mean the fact that we didn't want to make that product on our precious material, but more on a titanium, is because we are always looking, in spite of the complexity of the movement, for the ease of use and also the comfort.
Yes,
otherwise, that would be super heavy.
It's incredibly light and it's incredibly wearable also. What's really nice is because I was asking also about how you would adjust the terrestrial time or the celestial time.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you've integrated these the correctors rather than the crowns into the back.
Absolutely, and to maintain also the symmetry
Yeah.
in a dial.
Right.
Yeah, it's for us it's a stunning watch, and what's interesting is the fact that that we've been it's interesting when you manufacture something, you think about it, and then you discover, because I could tell you another story, but it's true, we discover afterwards that actually
really?
the Cosmos name was already a Girard-Perregaux name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know
and
that.
that's, I mean, the amount of history we have on that brand is mind-blowing.
Right.
Have we been digging enough? No. In spite the fact that we have an historian in-house with people looking, searching, and then we unearth things like that, and there's
Right.
just so much more to say.
Very cool.
No, we're very proud of it, and we're also very glad to see it's been warmly welcomed here at the SIHH.
I think it also because the case reminds me of the constant escapement case, which is I also was a really cool creation that you have. Any
Yeah.
more plans with that escapement?
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, the constant escapement was launched now 5 years ago, or in 2013. It took us. I mean, it's true. It took us a little bit of time to fine tune it.
Yeah.
But now it's very functional. We have some ideas how to progress it. I think in 2020 you could expect to see at SIHH some news on the constant escapement at Girard-Perregaux.
Well, it's cool also because that watch was made possible by SIHH, you know, and the fact is now you own SIHH.
Exactly.
You know, both of you are joined together in the same group, and you've got also the UN escapement as well. So there is so much possibility in the world of escapements and in silicon because of this shared competence as the two brands and also SIHH.
Absolutely.
Any further comments?
I wish. I mean, I cannot say much. I mean, SIHH is, for us, it's a real asset.
It's an incredible asset.
I mean, we have fantastic partners there. The quality of the conversation we have with SIHH is great. I mean, those guys are always looking for new development, new ways of doing things, and I feel confident now that the research and innovation started with our sister company Ulysse Nardin,
Yes.
and can help
Right.
in very few aspects, because I really want to maintain the brand identity very strong on both products, but both brands, but can help also on some very, very technical pieces.
Thank you
So
so
let's
much.
just talk about to go from the man's watch to the woman's watch, the iconic cat's eye.
Yeah, cat's eye. Yeah. So we have one iconic product when it comes to feminine watches at Girard-Perregaux, which is the cat's eye, as you know. And this year we're coming with a variety of different cat's eye, including this one, which is with a blue aventurine, and also the small second, which is a rotating flower, which is a theme we like. I mean, if you think about the brand in general, I think what could define Girard-Perregaux is not only the very long history, expertise in watchmaking, but also a sense of, I like the fact we could call it like sort of aesthete of the visible or the invisible.
Okay.
Sometimes invisible, sometimes there are things you don't see and you know we thought about the aesthetics, and it goes back decades or centuries, and but also of the visible, and we thought it would be sort of fun to think, create some sparkles, not only on a diamond but also on a story with a little flower.
Right. But it's cool that you've got this adventure dial, and you've integrated the seconds indicator that's on the disc, but merges well into the dial, so you don't really see it. And there's this sort of optical illusion of the flower traveling around the circumference of the dial. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So now we transition from Girard-Perregaux to the other brand that you are helming very ably, Ulysse Nardin.
Yeah, so last year we launched, I'm sure you remember, last year we launched the Freak Vision.
Yeah.
And it was in platinum, and we decided to do 2 new versions this year, one in titanium and another one in rose gold.
Cool.
And great continuity of what we've done on Freak. We're continuing the Freak story. The Freak story had started 18 years ago. Now, once we've done that, we also wanted to take the Freak larger in terms of product offer, and have more than just the hero product Freak Vision, and to be able to offer different type of Freak. And we created what we call the Freak X, which is the big theme of the SIHH, which is an offer of 4 different products, which are an evolution of the Freak, slightly modified. We actually took away one key thing. One key point of the Freak, but kept the rest. So it's still a hand. The movements still indicate the time, and it's a carousel. But we added actually a crown. So that's an hybrid product between the initial Freak and the new one.
Well, why did you add the crown?
Well, I mean, first it's quite complex to make the movement. It's quite complex to make the movement with the obviously it's very costly to produce the original Freak Vision, and we thought adding the crown could also make a certain ease of use, but on the other hand could enable us to come with a fantastic offer, and still differentiating.
What price would this watch be at?
This one is going to be at 27,000 Swiss francs.
Wow.
And the one you're wearing is actually made, or the material, the lens are made out of carbonium, which is a carbon used in the aerospace industry and in jet fighters. And there are different version also in rose gold. And I'm sure you remember we presented the Freak out last year, and the same version this year in red and black, also titanium case.
Talk to me in terms of what the Freak represents, the heritage of Ulysse Nardin. I remember when this watch was launched, it really created this huge buzz at Basel Fair. You know, it was a completely different way of representing time. With
Correct. And then you've got exactly. I mean, it's the same spirit today on the Freak, and it's it is one of the most iconic product in the whole watch industry, and the most iconic product we have in our collection. And we really want to have an offer that would now be vertical, covering different price points and different level of complexity.
So what would be the different price points of the varying Freak watches?
So the Freak X starts at 21,000, and then it goes up to the Freak Vision goes up to 90,000, and we're also working on some additional complication on a Freak. So
really?
Yeah. And you know, when you think of it, the InnoVision product that we presented a couple of years, which was a concept that we presented 2 years ago, was a major success, and it was sold for 1.4 million. It's also Freak, and that's what Freak stands for.
Incredible. Thank you.
Let me show you the Manara.
Yeah, because we were discussing yesterday that Ulysse Nardin has this history in erotic watches, and so you created this room yesterday. Last year called the Red Room. Red Room, which is where you wanted to present all the erotic complications.
Exactly.
And now you were saying that Manara is one of your favorite illustrators / comic artists.
It is.
And he's like an icon, you know. And so he has a very specific vision of erotic illustration and storytelling.
Very elegant.
So you commissioned him to work with you.
Absolutely. And actually, we are the partnership. The discussion was so easy. We share same values. We share exactly the same way of looking at the world, and we work together. Manara has very strong interest in the marine world, as we do, and also obviously with eroticism in a very elegant way. And we thought, why don't we use Manor expertise on one hand, our expertise in painting, in micro painting,
Right.
to do one of some limited edition watches. And then Manor built up, inspired by the brand, he built up a full story around the watch.
What was the story that you
The story, it's actually a woman meeting a mermaid, and she's at sea, and they both meeting, and there come some erotic scenes.
Piece of paper there.
Maybe a tag.
So you were saying that there's a woman and she goes
And a mermaid.
And a mermaid.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
And there's a series of these all over.
There is a series.
Different moments.
So actually, there are 10 different drawings.
So we can go take a look.
The
at them.
original.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you there, and
Cool.
then they look. Yeah, some are more subtle, so are a little bit more erotic, but they're all really cool, very nice. Manor was here actually yesterday.
Yes, I saw you. There was like a press conference.
Yeah, at the press conference, which was super successful.
Cool.
And it's really one of probably of the best cartoonists in the world
Yes.
now, independently of the erotic work he does. He actually.
Well, not just a cartoonist, but a great storyteller, because his narratives are all so compelling.
That's right.
I remember reading his stuff when I was like a teenager, and I was like, wow, this is I want to live in this world.
I told him yesterday when I was 11 or 12, I stole that book from my dad. And so he inspired part of my life and the way I see the world and what's beautiful in this world.
Absolutely. Very cool.